Here stands a gate, where silence has depth. Wolfsburg 4, a name carved in concrete, still whispering echoes of past intentions. From above, it looks like any forest morning. Trees, light, stillness. But beneath that natural surface, something else waits. Among roots and rocks, pieces of concrete begin to appear. As we get closer, a rectangular outline emerges, half buried under soil and leaves. This is one of several entrances to the underground Wolfsburg 4 complex. It might look like a forgotten mine, but its purpose was far more ambitious and far more secretive. Steel doors are long gone. What remains are walls, rusted, cracked, covered in moss. We know that behind them lie dozens of meters of tunnels, some collapsed, others still walkable. But how deep do they go? And what was really meant to be built here? Beyond the gate, everything changes. No sunlight here, just the quiet breath of concrete and wood. The corridor stretches on, damp, cold, with a low ceiling. Old wooden supports hold it together, creaking with every gust. Water trickles down the walls. It's everywhere. Mud on the ground. Remnants of an old drainage system. This place wasn't forgotten. It was simply never finished. Yet something about it draws you in, as if its story still hasn't been fully told. The tunnel changes. No more beams or wood, just solid rock, carved with urgency and precision. There's water underfoot. We walk slowly, carefully, feeling the ground shift slightly with every step. Moisture clings to the walls and pools at the floor. The silence deepens. Our footsteps echo like they're coming from somewhere else entirely. We pass narrow side corridors, gated, sealed in darkness. Is something there? Was something once moving in or out? This place was built with a purpose, but to this day, we don't know exactly what that purpose was. And maybe that's why it still feels unsettling. This place feels frozen in time. Old rails end abruptly, sunk into concrete and water. Rust-covered carts stand silently, as if still waiting for a signal that never came. Every side passage leads nowhere. No blueprints, no records, just traces of something once moved here, in secrecy. Why were these tunnels never completed? Or maybe they were, and no one talks about it. Some of these narrow side paths look as if they were meant to hide more than just structure. One starts to wonder, are these corridors leftovers, or parts of something much bigger, still hidden? The water's nearly a meter deep. We can't go any further, not without a boat. On the wall, a single bulb shines. Ordinary, yet oddly unsettling in this place. Beside it, a ventilation shaft cuts straight into granite. Tiny green plants cling to the wet concrete. It all seems too calm to be safe. At the end of the corridor, two boats. Old, moss-covered, damp, but still afloat. We have no choice. They're the only way forward. We board quietly, carefully, without a word. Ahead lies a granite tunnel, tight and low, carved by hands long gone. The ceiling nearly scrapes our heads. The walls are damp, streaked with time. Not a place for the claustrophobic. The air here feels heavier, and the darkness ahead. It's more than just absence of light. It feels alive. We step out of the boat, water up to our ankles. The ground is rough, uneven, slick from moisture. The tunnel ahead is taller, but still raw, unfinished. No concrete, no structure, just bare granite. In the flashlight's beam, something catches our eye. Openings in the floor, spaced along the corridor. Dark, flooded, some loosely fenced off with rusted barriers, as if someone wanted to warn, but not block. Are they technical shafts, access to lower levels, or just abandoned cavities with no purpose? Everything feels like it was started, but never finished. A project that grew, but never truly lived. All that's left is silence, and the echo that rises not from the walls, but from beneath. There's a chill in the air, not just from moisture, but from memory, the kind that clings to stone. We stop walking. No one speaks, as if even a whisper could wake something best left alone. This tunnel is different from the others. Wider, taller, dug with more ambition. The floor is finally concrete, and in it, long grooves once carried carts. But what did they transport? Construction materials, weapons, or something meant to stay hidden forever? Our flashlight dances on the wet walls, faint markings, crumbling wooden supports. Patches of moss cling to the rock like nature's attempt to bury secrets. And still, the tunnel breathes. The echo of our steps travels deep into the darkness. This is not just a corridor, it's history carved in stone. 1943. The tide of war was turning. Germany began losing control over Europe. Allied bombs rained down on German cities, striking factories, railway lines, and command centers. The Nazi leadership realized one thing: their only hope was survival through concealment. That's when Hitler gave the order: move everything underground. Weapons, factories, intelligence, prototypes, hide them in the mountains, under layers of rock. This was the birth of Project Riese, the Giant, a massive network of tunnels and underground structures in the Owl Mountains of Lower Silesia. Wolfsburg 4 was meant to be one of these locations. But for what exactly? A secret command center? A V-2 rocket production site? No one knows for sure. Thousands of forced laborers worked in brutal conditions. Many didn't survive. No finished blueprints were ever found. And maybe they were never meant to be. The tunnel stretches on. Water drips from above. The walls glisten in the cold. Old supports lean against the stone like skeletons of ambition. Some say this was supposed to be the final hope of the Third Reich, a last attempt to rebuild power from below. Others believe it was only a distraction, a myth. But walking here, you feel something real, a story not fully told. Footsteps from the past echo beside ours, and in the flickering light, the mountain exhales its silence. But walking here, you feel something real, a story not fully told. Footsteps from the past echo beside ours, and in the flickering light, the mountain exhales its silence. The air changes. The silence here is thicker, like it's trying to hold something in. Every drip of water sounds like a clock ticking in the dark. No signs, no maps, no final blueprint, just a tunnel, and a question that keeps repeating. Why here? And why so big? We pass a drilling machine, abandoned, as if work stopped mid-motion. But drilling here is forbidden. By law, no probing is allowed. The secrets must remain untouched. More wagons. Small, rusty, abandoned without order. On the wall, an old phone. A German model from the 1940s. Silent, but its presence speaks volumes. The tunnel widens. The walls begin to smooth. And suddenly, we're inside something else entirely. A finished room. On the floor, old shovels and rusted tools. Left behind in haste, never reclaimed. On the wall, a few rusted weapons. No context, no explanation. Like silent witnesses to a story no one dares to tell. 2 rusted helmets. Corroded to the core, almost falling apart. Hanging in silence, relics of an era that left more questions than answers. Perhaps someone placed them here, or maybe they stayed on their own, the last trace of those who once worked in these halls. This is where today's journey ends. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and a like. More stories await.